Okay, so here we are in the snow.
The snow! Oh my gosh. Oh no.
And we're in some water.
Yes.
This is an old mill race, we think. It's an old burn as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow it up and hopefully find something interesting.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of bricks and all sorts down here already.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what we can find.
So I've seen something here that looks like brass. What is it? It looks like a brass caster, maybe. But I really like it, and I think I could make something with that, so I'm going to take it.
Oh, look at this. Unfortunately, it's just half of what would have been a beautiful cut glass inkwell. Oh my god, look down here! I've just found the most beautiful little head. Look at her. Or him. I'm not sure. Don't think I'll take this inkwell with me, but I'll definitely take this. It's part of a bisque figurine, I think. Look, it was just looking at me.
Oh, that's
Isn't
so
it lovely?
cute.
Oh, look at this. There's a bit of clay pipe here. Oh wait, there's two bits of clay pipe. Let's have a look. There's a bit, which is a fairly old one. Oh look, it's been snapped off. It's a little cutty pipe. There's the teeth marks. And then here, there's a pipe bowl. And I think it has, oh yeah, look. Has a heart on it and TW. Like this bit of pottery. There's another bit of pipe bowl, and there's a bit of glass bottle. Promising stuff.
Alex has just pulled this bit of enamelled metal out of the water, and we think it's got something written on it.
Yeah.
Underneath all the slime. What does that say?
No idea. I can't upside down to me. That's it.
Oh no, there's like a circle there and there. There's two circles.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they?
I have no idea.
Oh, it says something there.
I think there might be a third circle, look.
But what does it say?
Engine.
Is it oil?
Something. And then this says...
Oh, Duckums. Is that Duckums?
What's Duckums?
I don't know, but it says Duckums.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Duckums engine oil.
Not sure we'll take that, but you know.
I think we should.
You think?
No idea what this is. Or was. Maybe some, oh, I think it might be a really ancient refrigerator. That's part of the refrigeration.
A fridge? Oh my god.
Yeah, ancient fridge.
Wow. Just spotted another pipe bowl down here. See it? Just there. Hiding. It's not hiding very well though.
This looks like the head of an ancient Hoover vacuum cleaner.
Oh yeah, look! There's a feather! There's a feather on it! Can you see that?
Wow.
Look, a feather that goes up the seam!
Never seen one with a feather on it.
Oh, it's got TW on it as well!
Wow.
That's cool! Never seen a feather! So cool!
Okay, so this was just lying here, just came up the hill and there it was. This ancient bottle, and it still has its stopper. And it's Robert Carruthers Dumfries. There you go. Yeah, I think we found some stoppers for that at another dump we were at.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, a long way from here though.
It's got an applied top.
Yeah.
It's pretty old.
So that's great. There's a bottle here. Don't think it's this old. It doesn't have anything on it, I don't think. No. Oh wait, what's this? What does this say?
Oh.
Famil brand syrup. Never heard of that. Famil brand syrup.
I've never heard of that either. I've never seen one of those.
Oh, to look that up.
Looks like we found some old vintage rubbish here. I think this was a milk of magnesia bottle. Look at that beautiful blue bottle. Bread. Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff on here actually. You can see bottles and stuff up here. Don't know if you can see it.
I've just found this. It doesn't look like milk of magnesia.
Oh yeah, looks like some kind of cologne bottle, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow, look at the colour of that. Doesn't have anything on it. It's a screw top. It's got this nice shape. I think Alex is struggling right now. We always seem to be hanging off the side of a virtual cliff. Alex is just going to disappear down there in a minute. Oh, I just... Oh yeah, an old perfume bottle there, look.
Something sticking out here and all.
So this looks, these look Art Deco, don't they? Vaguely.
Oh, look at this.
Could be 1940s.
It's not had nothing on it, but it's got something on the bottom there.
Oh yeah, what does that say?
I don't know. Remains?
Oh, remains the property of someone?
Oh, remains the property.
Oh.
Something. I can't read it.
I was reading in an old newspaper that during the war they were putting adverts in the paper telling people that bottles didn't belong to them and they had to return them. Of course, it was very important to do that during the war because they didn't have the resources or the people to make them. So they had to reuse them.
I can't make out what there's a brand on the bottom there as well, but I can't make it out and it's still got the lid on it.
Oh yeah.
It's quite interesting.
It is.
Okay, so Mum's been finding some stuff down here, some juicy stuff. We've got some bottles. It's so steep. Everywhere we go is such a struggle. But I just spotted some treasures down here. Look at this amazing bottle. It says Middlemass Calso. Calso being a borders town, a town in the Scottish borders. It says trademark Middlemass and sun, and we've got some stoppers that'll actually go in there.
Yes, we have.
Isn't that gorgeous? But something I am so trying to keep my cool about is over there, and I kid you not, can you see it? It looks like a pot lid, like
spongeware.
And yeah, firstly, spongeware just down here. I was struggling. Look at the hat, it's beautiful, isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful spongeware, look.
It's a lovely piece of
Put it in your bag.
19th century Scottish spongeware, that. But okay, yeah, let's get what over there. Oh yeah.
Look at the hobnails in there.
Oh wow, it's got. Look at that, it's got some proper hobnails in that boot. And ooh,
Oh,
that's interesting.
Oriental.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
maybe Japanese or Chinese. Can't. Oh, there's another piece. Okay, right. I want to go over there and I want to get that now. You can just see it.
Alex, you've spotted. So I'm filming Alex struggling right now. I'd leave your coat on if I was you, because your jumper will get snagged.
Okay, going in.
Watch your eyes. It's always undergrowth.
Oh my goodness.
A caviar lid.
Oh my goodness.
Let me zoom in. I can't get any closer. Alex is actually on her stomach.
That is amazing. Look at that.
Wait, let me zoom in again.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It says caviar.
Wow.
There's like oh, it's an address.
Piccadilly, London. Fortnum and Mason. That's very famous. It's still going. That's very posh. Fortnum and Mason.
That must be a very posh paste. Oh my goodness. That's so unexpected. I didn't expect to find anything like that here. By appointment to the king, so we know this is probably
Well, it's before the Queen, so it's quite old.
probably the
Cause
queen's dad or
even older.
older. That's so cool.
Fortnum and Masons. That's very posh.
Who came after Queen Victoria? Oh goodness, it's so beautiful here. This dump was unexpected. Another unexpected dump. This was not what we came here to find.
I just pulled this out. It's a mini tennis racket. This is like modern stuff mixed up with really old stuff. I found this Garton's sauce bottle and it's such a lovely colour. And we've got so many stoppers to go in this. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't think I've found one like this. Okay, there's something here with a bottle sticking out of it. It's metal. It's like a tin. And it's got a bottle embedded in it. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's got a number on the bottom. Looks like a little animal medicine bottle, like a sheep's injection bottle or something. And it's been in this tin. I wonder if there's anything else in there. Oh, it's all just broken. Nope, just a little bottle. But up here, I can see another bottle. There it is. Not sure what that is. No writing on it. There you go.
Okay, I've just found something that looks like a coin here. First found this, there's bottles all over the place here, but this little 2-ounce Bovril bottle, which is quite cute. But here, looks like a coin of some kind. Might be a coin, might not be. Oh, it's like got leather or like cork stuck to it. Okay, it may or may not be a coin, but we'll take it anyway and have a look. See some bottles down here, so I'm gonna just try and get them. This one, nout on it, a meat paste, and what's this? Oh, I think it's another little perfume cologne bottle. Beautiful colour though. There's more, but you see there's loads of stuff down there, but I can't get to it through all this elderflower. These are elderflower trees. Oh, what have you found?
I've just found this pot, and I think it's the pot to go with the lid that Alex found. It's got a fish on the side, and caviar comes from the sturgeon fish, so it's probably a sturgeon, but the bottom's come off. There's bits missing, but I found a load of little bits here, and we're going to gather up as many as we can and see if we can fix it.
Yeah, let's do it. There's got to be more down here.
So we'll put them in this bag.
Oh, I think I might have just found something silver down here. This thing, I think it's some kind of rattle. Oh, this is cool. It's really light. See, it's got these dangly bits. I think they were bells. It's really ornate. Wow. I think it went dingle. Wow. I'll have to get that cleaned up and see if it is real silver. Okay, I just got this out. I think there's several of these in here. That's a domestos, so this is a disinfectant bottle. Disinfectant. Bleach. Some very old bleach.
I've just spotted this cute little lid. Look at that. A little doll's teapot lid. So I've made it over to this other part, and it looks like another entrance to that animal den. They've been digging all sorts of things out. Here's another perfume bottle. Oh, it has got writing on it. Hang on. It says Evan Williams. That sounds very Welsh, even though we're in Scotland. And there's this. I don't know what that is. A little receptacle of some sort. It does have something written on the bottom. I think it's just a code word, number. And this little piece of metal. There's some interesting things being dug out by an animal. What's this? Bone. There's the animal's den in there. Could be badger or it could be fox.
Oh my goodness, look. I am in the middle of, it's just totally overgrown, the dump here. And look what I just found poking out of the undergrowth. Oh my goodness, look at that, how cute. See, it's surrounded in sting nettles. These things hurt if you get stung by them. But wow, look at that, just hiding in there, isn't that amazing?
This looks like milk of magnesia again. Yep, I'd say it's still got milk of magnesia in it. Yuck.
Okay, let's get it out. Ow! Oh. I'm getting stung. It's not going to be whole, is it? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's just got a random chunk out of the side of its head. Oh, not again. I'm getting closer and closer to finding a whole one of these. It's such a shame.
I can see something, but there's so much undergrowth. It looks like... Can you spot it? It's a bottle stopper. I love these.
Wow. Wow, that's a fancy plate. Let's see. Anchor china. Oh, I like that. I think I'm going to keep this and make jewellery from it. That's really cool. Oh, cool. What's this? Carters for quality products. I have no idea. That's cool. Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, no. I think it's cracked. Oh, that's tragic. That's a gorgeous bottle. I don't know what it was, glue or ink or something, but look at the colour. Oh, I love aqua bottles, they're just beautiful. Oh, unfortunately it looks a bit knackered though. Okay, I think I see another aqua bottle up here. Oh, what's that? Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Little perfume bottle. Oh, such treasures. Right. Okay. Here it is. Don't know if it's got out on it. No, it does. It's another Gartens bottle. Like, Mum just found one of these. Oh, and look at the colour. Stunning. That is beautiful. I think I'm going to take that.
So I've just found this. It's a lovely shape. It sort of flares out at the bottom and it's got quite a wide lip on it. And it's a beautiful colour. So yeah, I'm going to keep that one.
Great find.
I've just come scrambling up the hill because Alex found this cut glass knife rest. Isn't that beautiful? Wow.
I love it. I think it's beautiful.
That's fantastic. Yeah, great find. Okay, so here are our finds from our latest adventure.
And this was a really cool adventure actually, because we discovered that this is actually the rubbish from a mansion house. How cool is that?
Yes, and we were actually able to look up the family who used to live there. Obviously we can't say what their name was.
No, or where the house is.
He was a major and he was married to a wife who was 20 years his junior, and they had a daughter and a son, and he moved into the house in around 1900. So that gives us a clue to what we're looking at.
So, to start with the finds, we've got a huge chunk of spongeware bowl here. I think this might have been part of a large wash basin, something like that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
In a very, very large bowl. You can see how shallow the curve is on there, so it would have been really big. But yeah, this is classic Scottish spongeware pottery,
lovely.
earthenware pottery. We've got this piece here, which is very bright and colourful. Be great for jewellery. Like, cut that out. Very lovely. Bits of tiles. We've got this plate, which I think you've got a bit of information about.
Yes, it's Anchor China Indian tree saucer, and this was made between 1910 and about 1932. And it's hand finished enamel bone china.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
See,
Yeah, slightly.
You can feel it definitely.
Yeah.
The raised pattern.
So this will also make lovely jewellery. We'll cut out that centerpiece and make something with it eventually. So we've got a fork here, and I think it's got some silver plating on it. Silver over copper, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see the silver and then, well, the copper. So yeah, that's that. And then this beautiful disc of goodies here.
Yeah, we found this piece of marble. It's just sort of a disc of marble in the stream. So that was interesting too. Some sort of cheese board or something.
I don't think it's very old, but
it's hard to tell.
It makes a good display thing.
Yeah, it does. And on it we have a couple of bottle stops.
Oh, these.
Lovely aqua green. And we have pipes.
Yeah, pipe balls. This is our most interesting one, because it has this kind of feather design.
Feather or a leaf. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
but it's very pretty.
We've never found that one before. It says TW on that side. That one's a heart one, and that one's plain.
But this one, though, is probably being burnt.
Yeah, you can see it's a little bit black. We've got a bisque. Beautiful little bisque doll's head. Would have been part of a figurine. Mum found this.
It's a little bit worse for wear.
It is. A little bit knackered.
I couldn't resist taking it all the same.
We got a button, as usual. And this is a really cool find.
And that's come up beautifully.
I know it has. And the reason it's so bright shiny is because it's silver. It's half silver.
Yeah, 50% silver.
It's 1 shilling, and it has 1922 on there. So that will be
that's George V. Yeah.
There's his little head. So yeah, that's 50% silver. A bit of a shock actually when I cleaned it up, because it was
I don't usually find silver on rubbish dumps, but then this was a posh house, so
yeah, exactly. It was a posh house, so they've lost a silver shilling there, and next to it we've got something else that's silver. This is probably sterling silver.
Yes, it's a part of a baby's rattle, and on the end there it would have had a handle of either coral or ivory, and the earlier ones from the 18th century through to the mid-19th century usually had a coral handle. And they say that the coral handle was because coral had a protective property of keeping evil spirits and witches away. Apparently this superstition was handed down right from Roman times. It's quite incredible.
Those two dangly bits are the remains of bells, but as you can see, they're just completely squished and knackered. I'm not sure what's happened to it, but it's been through the wars, hasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been burnt. And the bottom part that's missing would have had a whistle on the end. And I'm wondering if that's where that's saying all the bells and whistles.
Got all the bells and whistles, yeah, it's got bells and whistles on it.
Some of them had about 10 bells on them.
This is a lovely find, though. I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah.
And I spent ages trying to clean it up.
It could only have come from quite a well-to-do family.
Yeah, so all of these items really do point to a family that has a little bit more money than we usually find.
Yeah.
And then moving on to... Oh, up here, actually, before we go on to the bottles.
We found this light switch in 2 halves.
This is so cool.
And it was absolutely encrusted and filthy, and Alex has polished this up to practically working order. I mean, if you open it... Wait,
yeah, it has to be unscrewed.
Not sure if this top goes with this, but it fits. And we found them both separately. It could have had a brass cap.
Yeah.
So this could have come off another one. It's still
Oh,
wet
it's
inside.
still wet.
But as you can see, all the parts inside still work.
It's really cool. I love the mechanics of it. Isn't that cool?
And this could date from the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s.
I
even
love
the
that.
1950s, so it's hard to... And this is all ceramic.
Yeah, they don't make things like that anymore.
So that is amazing.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a little fidget device. Like
Yeah,
you can just kind of like fidget with
it.
This is a cool find. We've never found one of these before, so this is a first for us. It is a cut glass knife rest, and you can see just how scratched and worn down it is. So this has been used for some time before it was thrown away. And again, this is something that would be out of a posh household. Your everyday person would not have posh things like this in their house.
I'm going to use it to rest my butter knife.
Yeah, we're going to use it, and we'll be posh if we use this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just been used, and it's ended up getting chipped and broken, and they've just, it's just been chucked out. Oh, this lid actually goes on this, so I'll put that up there for the time being. Oh, and our doll's head.
Oh, yeah.
So we found this lovely
Beautiful.
little doll. The mum's got some information about here.
Yes, because on the back it has a maker's name. I don't have a lot of information, and excuse my German, but it says Hubach, Koppelsdorf, and it's got the number 407 and then 15/0, I think it is, rather than 10, Germany. And I believe this was made in around 1910 by Ernst Hubach.
So unfortunately, as you can see, it's got the strangest piece missing out of it.
Yeah, just
I don't
the
know
ear.
how it managed
Maybe
to
that's
break
why we
like
found
that.
so many pieces with ears on.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
they
prone
just
to
all
just
break off.
breaking off there.
Yeah.
But we're thinking of cutting out one of the ears that we found in the past
Fitting it in.
and trying to fit it in.
Because this is a second doll's head we found this year, and strangely, a similar part of the head is broken. It's the same side of the head. We've got two little different faces. So I want to put I'm struggling, struggle. I want to put the succulents in the heads of these guys like we have done with some of the other ones.
They are very similar, aren't they?
They are. This one's got teeth and this one's got a little tongue.
Actually, the person that made this, there was a father and a son, so I'm not sure if this was the father that made it or the son. So I think they both had the same name.
But Germany was well known for its doll industry. They made millions of these things. Dolls all shapes and sizes. And figurines, of course. Okay, so moving on to our bottles and jars, because we've got a lot of them today. Oh no, wait. The torch. We've got, a lamp, rather. But
it's a bicycle lamp. Would have had 2 batteries in it. It dates from probably the 1950s or 1960s. So, yeah.
yeah,
not much to say about
you
it.
can
really.
see up here, we'll zoom in on the top here. It says, what's that say?
It says Pifco.
Empire made. So it was probably made in Hong Kong. I
Yes,
think.
because we found some others that have made in Hong Kong written
Yeah.
on them.
So that's why we think it was made in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong was part of the British Empire at the time. So yeah, that's interesting, really. I don't know, what's it made of, like aluminium or
I
something?
think it's aluminium, yeah.
Oh, the caviar. So this is like our star find of the day. And I found this pot lid first. It's in really good nick. And then Mum actually found the base of it.
And I didn't realise at first that it went with it. And then I saw the sturgeon fish on the side.
Yeah.
We kind of put 2 and 2 together. But all the pieces are there, bar 2.
Yeah, they do all fit in there, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try and put it back together again.
So, yeah, it's a little bit knackered, but we're going to try our best because,
Yeah.
you know, it would be great to have
Yeah.
both parts. But this is a wonderful find and we're very happy with it.
So, Fortnum and Mason started as a grocery store, but its rapid growth during the Victorian era led to it to becoming one of London's most upmarket department stores. During Queen Victoria's reign, Fortnum's was often called upon to provide food for prestigious court functions. In 1863, they were appointed grocers to His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales and have held many royal warrants since. Today they hold royal warrants by appointment to His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales and to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II. And our pot dates from about the 1920s to 1930s. The king referred to was George V, who's on the coin that we found as well. And he reigned between the 6th of May 1910 to the 20th of January 1936.
So there you go.
Caviar, of course, is the roe from the sturgeon fish. Many species of sturgeonfish are now on the edge of extinction, partly due to their roe being harvested to be processed into a luxury food.
Oh.
So yeah, not good.
No, that's not good. Poor fishies.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting, actually.
Yes, and Fortnum and Mason, of course, still sell pots of caviar today at outrageously expensive prices. So you still have to be rich to buy most of it. Some of it's over £200
for a
for
tiny
a little tin of about that size that you're holding.
Yeah, it's
No
like
deeper,
like that
really.
much.
Yeah.
It's like 200 quid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that, and I think it's a beautiful little thing, and I look forward to fixing it up. There it is, sturgeonfish. So we've got a huge selection of bottles here. Not all of them have got anything on them, but some of them do. First, starting with this one, which we're not sure what it would have held, but it has something on the bottom
I'm
here.
not sure if it was just a glass for drinking or it had something in it.
I'm not sure.
Feeling it had something in it.
Yeah, because it's got a milled top there.
Yeah, maybe
kind
to
of
hold on some sort of metal foil lid or something. But yeah, it's got an anchor on the bottom with an H through it. And that stands for Isaac J. Collins, who founded the Hocking Glass Company in 1905 in Lancaster, Ohio, USA.
Oh, that's
It's
random.
come from America.
Yeah, that's some American glass.
Yeah, I think
Who
it's still
knew?
going today as well.
That's crazy. This is a mystery. We think it's a perfume bottle.
If anyone can help us out on this one, we'd appreciate it.
It's very sick. But it
Yeah.
says M, L, and B.
And it looks very deco-ish, doesn't it?
It does. So any help on that would be great. Then we've got another perfume bottle here, which is so cool because it still has its metal lid on it. It's brass lid, which is awesome.
And it still has a tiny bit of perfume in, so we can smell
Yeah.
the perfume from the past.
So this will be almost 100 years old.
I think it's Goya scent. And I've got a little bit about the man who founded the company. So, in 1932, at the age of 19, Douglas Collins founded his company La Fontaine, producing hair creams. In 1936, he turned to making perfume and produced 15 different scents. He renamed his company Goya in about 1937. So that bottle can't really date from before that because it's got the G on it.
Yeah, it's got the G.
In 1938, a breakthrough came when the Woman's Journal ordered 200,000 samples to be given away with the magazine. And I'm wondering if this isn't one of them, because the daughter of the house in 1938 would have been 17 years old and likely to have bought that magazine.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
So that's an interesting little story.
So it's so weird to have a connection with these random people who lived in this mansion house, isn't it? It's because we can't often connect people to the things we find like this.
And just to illustrate how posh they were, they did have an advertisement in the newspaper making their apologies for not attending their Royal Highness's garden party. So
so we know they were very posh.
Yeah.
This is a cool find.
I like this.
I know. We often find Gordon's gin bottles, but full-size ones. We never take them. But this is a bit of an exception because it's mini. It's a little, sample bottle. And you can see on the side there, the year it was established, 1769, and it's still going today. So it's probably one of the UK's oldest businesses.
Yeah, so we think this bottle dates from about 1920, and Gordon's dry gin was developed by Alexander Gordon in London in 1769, and I think he was of Scottish descent, judging by his name. This was a time when gin was considered to be a drink for the poor, and only 18 years after Hogarth published his famous Gin Lane print, depicting London as a gin-soaked den of depravity. Despite this, Gordon succeeded in producing a gin for the upper end of the market. And of course, Gordon's gin is still going today. The distinctive flat-backed bottle that we see here was introduced in 1904, and so that would tie in well with the 1920 date, 1920s.
Yeah.
Of which most of this rubbish seems to be.
And I don't know what this I think is a boar's head or a dragon's head. I wonder what that's supposed to represent. Because these are often on the bottom of Gordon's gin bottles.
Yeah.
So that's unusual. If anyone knows what the dragon boar head thing is, let us know. Okay, so we've already talked about a lot of these bottles before. So we've got a Milton's disinfectant bottle. It says Milton on the bottom there, which is around about the same age as the other bottles. We've got a scent bottle with, I think it's Evan Williams on there. We've got a Optrex bottle. So this would have been an eye cleaning solution. And we found 3 of these bottles. This is the largest one, and it would have come with a eye bath on the top there, which is really cool. So it's a shame we didn't find the bath that went with the bottle.
We were hoping to find one of the eye
We
baths.
were. So,
the other 2 bottles were damaged, unfortunately, but they're so beautiful.
And so we think someone in the house may have had hay fever, because that was one of the things it was supposed to cure. We have a poison bottle, which is really cool. This is our first clear, not to be taken poison bottle, so we never found one of these, which is unusual. And it's beautiful, so it'll go great with the rest of our collection. We've got some other bottles we don't know much about. This green one here has no markings on it, but it's a lovely shape and colour.
Yeah, I love the way it flares out at the bottom.
Yeah, so we're not sure about it or what it was used for, but it's a lovely bottle. And then moving on to the bottles that we do know a little bit about. So we've already talked about this bottle. This is Middlemass and Son from Kelso, which is a town in the Scottish borders. So I think they made bottles right up until the 1960s. So that's cool. And we found a stopper that goes in the top there. Our second mineral water says Carruthers, Dumfries. So this is a town on the border. It's not in the Scottish borders.
No, it's in Dumfries and Galloway.
Yeah. And it has on the bottom here a patent. So it says Riley's, I think. Riley's Patent London, which is cool. And it has the original stopper in. It had that in when we found it, which is cool. And it's got an applied lip. So that's definitely
It's quite old.
An early 20th century bottle, and I love the design as well. Oh yes, good old Gartons here.
We usually find the stoppers, so we're quite excited to have found some actual bottles with Gartons on them.
Yeah.
And I have a little story about Gartons. The original recipe for HP sauce was invented by Frederick Gibson Garton, a Nottingham grocer who registered the name HP sauce in 1895. And he called it HP sauce because he'd heard that the restaurant in the Houses of Parliament were actually serving his sauce there. So he changed the name to HP. In 1899, in order to pay a debt, Garton handed over the name and recipe for the sauce to Edwin Sampson Moore of the Midland Vinegar Company, Birmingham, for just £150. The agreement also forced Garton to help Moore develop the product and to stay out of the sauce and chutney markets. So that was a dreadful thing for him.
Yeah, I can't believe he signed up.
And from then on, Garton would not allow HP sauce into his house or even have it mentioned. So he must have been pretty bitter about it afterwards.
So that's really
And of course,
sad.
HP Sauce is still going today. That's how successful it's been. So.
It's a shame. I mean, he had to give up so much. It wasn't just the company he sold.
Yes,
He
but don't you
forfeited
find
loads.
that so many of these stories that we tell of people who invented something initially ended up selling it or losing it in some way, and other people benefiting from it more than they did?
Yeah, that often happened,
Yeah.
actually. We found that a lot.
Yeah.
But interestingly here, we actually have one. So we find these a lot. And so we can show you an example of what it would have actually looked like in the bottle.
If I can get it out.
So there you go. So this cork would have been wrapped around the stopple bopper to hold it in the bottle, and you can see when you push it in there, it's really firm. But there probably would have been something. There would have been something over the top.
Maybe some sort of lead or zinc.
Yeah,
covering over
or
the top.
paper or something like that. There would have been a label on the bottle also. So yeah, that's exactly how stopple boppers would have actually been used in bottles. They wouldn't have just gone in as they are. There would have been a cork around them like you see here.
So Garton's name was still used on the bottles even after he'd given his company away, just for a few years. So that kind of dates this to quite early 20th century.
Yeah, again, so that's really interesting that we can kind of date this dump really specifically. We've got this bottle here, which I think is our last find of interest, because it has something written on the side of it. It says Famil brand syrup on that side and that side. And it looked like a medicine bottle, and Mum found out this information about it.
Yes, Pierre Famil was born in Brittany in France in 1855, and after working as a farm boy, he got a position as a dishwasher at a chemist's in Paris. He obtained a second-class chemist's diploma in 1879, and in 1885 was employed as a chemist. He set himself up in a pharmacy in Paris, and by 1912 had created the Famil laboratories for the manufacture of his pharmaceutical products. So once again, another rags to riches story. So many of these happen that way. So that's quite an interesting little history for quite a plain bottle.
And we think
And that would have had cough syrup.
Yeah, cough syrup in it, it's actually quite a large bottle of cough syrup. So yeah, that's interesting again. Another
So the
rags
people
to
that lived
riches
in
story.
that house, someone had a bad cough
Someone
and
had
bad eyes.
I think someone may have had a cold. But yeah, that's the story, or just part of the story of one big house
And
in
their family
Scotland.
and some of the
And the things they
belongings.
used, yeah. So they were clearly posh. So that's it for this week.
We'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who's helped in any way to contribute to our channel. And we'll see you again next Sunday.
Bye.